Greetings, salutations. My name is DrapPep. Welcome back to another Drap Chat on my channel. Today's drink is Voodoo Ranger. It's an IPA. No hard liquor for this episode, okay? We're just simple beer, okay? So my birthday came up last year, and of course we had the lockdown because of COVID, and I had to do my birthday sort of social distance from everybody, as per ordered by our government. So I thought to myself, I need to find a way so I could connect with my friends and family during COVID lockdown, you know? You know what really brings people together? D&D. So I was thinking about it, you know, trying to come up with an idea for what would make a great D&D session. Harry Potter. Why not do a Harry Potter D&D session? What could go wrong?
Alright, I want to make this feel extra special. I want to hear everyone say at the same time, on the count of 3, I solemnly swear I am up to no good. On the count of 3, we're going to say, I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. 1, 2, 3. I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. Alright.
That was horrific.
That was awesome.
That was pretty bad. It was just not in sync whatsoever. I said all at the same time, too. That wasn't at the same time. But you know what? It definitely made it feel more special. It was my birthday. I wanted to feel not like a regular D&D session. I wanted to feel like an actual game. Okay, here's what went wrong. I did a live stream of the Harry Potter D&D session. That went on. That happened. And when I downloaded it, it didn't glitch, didn't have too many frustrations as I normally would experience. Whenever I do any kind of live session on Twitch, I experience something to go wrong. But for this particular stream, nothing went wrong. On my end. On everyone else's end, by the way, it wasn't working. They couldn't get their gear to work properly. Either their Wi-Fi would just drop and then they would get booted off the call, or they just didn't have good microphones. So we just heard like this white noise continuously. One of them, like at one point, had like a problem with the headset, because their microphone was on the headset and it would just disconnect, and we would get like a feedback of everyone's conversation during the game.
We are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Please find enclosed a list of all necessary books and equipment. Term begins on the 1st of September. We await your owl by no later than the 31st of July. Yours sincerely, Headmistress Minerva McGonagall. Just give me a hot second.
Pretty nice.
I have no family. I'm an orphan. Oh.
Your orphanage is your family.
I'm not even in an orphanage.
You're... Oof.
Literally, in my backstory, I lose my parents. And I'm on my own.
Yikes.
Did you not read my backstory?
I did, but I just assumed you were in an orphanage by then.
No.
Well then, I guess your owl found you, like, near a dumpster or something.
The main storyline of the actual campaign was that there's a Death Eater that's trying to get into the school, and his objective is that he's trying to find clues or hints that would allow him to bring the Dark Lord back to life once again without the use of Horcrux.
And finally, the day arrives. You all come together at platform 9 3/4. Each of you look at each other, trying to determine who to go first.
After you.
He says blankly to a group of people.
Alright, Prince, right into the wall.
So which of you wishes to attempt to go through platform 9 3/4 barrier?
Me, but I run into the wrong wall.
What I need you to do is do an athletics check.
Oh God.
And it begins.
Let's check.
Alright, let me get there.
Oh God, I'm bad at that.
Oh god, I have -1.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Did she? Oh my God, even at advantage, that was a bad roll.
You're gonna love what happens next.
Do I run into the wall? Oh god, please tell me I run into the wall.
As you run, you accidentally knock your cart over. All of your belongings fall onto the ground.
Ah!
The other wizards look, point, and laugh as they see all of your belongings spread across the floor.
I go and help.
It's
I go and
not
help that
much.
person gather his belongings back on the cart.
So once we got past all the awkwardness, it was then time to actually bring them to the main hall to where they would then get sorted into their houses.
Candles floating overhead as lit cauldrons fill the room with light. As the ceiling reflects the night sky, Hagrid stops in front of a stool that has a old ragged hat sitting on top of it. As Hagrid steps up beside the hat, all of you see it come to life and start to sing. Oh, you may not think I'm pretty, but don't judge on what you see. I'll eat myself if you can find a smarter hat than me. You can keep your bowlers black, your top hat sleek and tall, for I'm the Hogwarts sorting hat, and I can cap them all. There's nothing hidden in your head the sorting hat can't see, so try me on and I will tell you where you ought to be. You might belong in Gryffindor, where dwell the brave at heart. Their daring nerve and chivalry set Gryffindor apart. You might belong in Hufflepuff, where they are just and loyal. Those patient Hufflepuffs are true and unafraid of toil. Or yet is wise old Ravenclaw, if you've already mind, where those of wit and learning will always find their kind. Or perhaps it's Slytherin, you'll make your real friends. Those cunning folks use any means to achieve their ends. So put me on, don't be afraid, and don't get in a flap. You're in safe hands, though I have none, for I'm a thinking cap.
So before we actually did the stream, I had them take the Pottermore test. So if you're not familiar with what the Pottermore test is, it's a set of questions that they ask you, and depending on how you answer those questions determines what house you get put in. Now, if you're also not familiar with Harry Potter, the school is broken up into 4 different groups: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, Ravenclaw. And depending on what kind of mentality you are as a student, you get placed under those 4 houses. This quiz was kind of like a personality test. Depending on how you answered the questions, determine on where you get placed in if you lived in the Harry Potter world. They took this test like a month prior, and then they gave me the results of what they got. And that was the houses that their characters got placed in.
Names seem to have gone on forever. Countless students were placed into their houses, and once Hagrid had finished with the names, McGonagall stepped up to the podium to give a few words. I don't feel like dealing with these students. So they just they do that.
They just disappear.
They go bye-bye.
Worst speech ever.
So,
I really expected more from them.
McGonagall steps up. As the new headmistress, it is my duty to inform that one of Voldemort's followers has been seen in the Dark Woods. The Ministry has sent their finest to apprehend the individual, and I must advise to obey the curfew and to not wander off school grounds or go near the Dark Forest. Quidditch will also be placed on hold until this individual is found, or until the Ministry has deemed it safe.
I sighed in relief after hearing Quidditch has been put on hold.
I groaned.
The entire hall becomes loud with upset students scuffing over the new rules. And here's
I asked someone
hijinks.
next to me, what is Quidditch?
here's hijinks. Thank God. Everyone.
I ask Oboro, what's Quidditch?
Anywho, McGonagall places her wand on her throat, and a loud "Silence, everyone!" emits from her. These rules are final. There will be no negotiation of them. They are for your safety. Now please settle down. She then raises her hands and calmly says, "Let the feast begin." In front of all of you, plates of food appear. Large turkeys and chickens, pies and gravy, and along with mashed potatoes, corn and beans, chicken wings, and pizzas galore appear in front of you.
Excuse me, I'm a vegetarian. Can I please have some fruit and veggies?
As you say that, fruits and veggies appear in front of your character. It is as if the thing that you ask for magically appears in front of you.
Oh, yeah. Thank
Do I
you.
have to eat? I said.
I look at mine curiously and wondering what the hell is happening.
Your
But I
character
take
is
a bite.
shell-shocked at this very moment.
I'm just like, I don't know if I should eat this.
And then afterwards, they had to go to class. Yes, they had to go to class. You see, I had them not start with any spells whatsoever. And instead, in order for them to get any kind of spells, they had to actually go to class.
I do believe Dory is the first one to
Yeah.
pick
Yeah,
classes. So let's see
I
here.
don't see turn order anymore.
Neither do I, but I see the.
I have turn order open up on mine,
Okay.
so I'll be able to keep track of everybody. So you get to do 3 classes and two free roaming turns. So that
Okay.
means you get to pick 3 classes, and then 2 of them after that could be of any of your choice. Classes you're allowed to pick from are astronomy, charms, defense against the dark arts, herbology, history of magic, potions, transfiguration, ancient studies, earth magic, and ghoul studies. Those are the classes you can pick right now.
There was also hidden awards for them if they were to venture off into like around the castle, and one of them did.
So, as you approach Hagrid's hut, you see that he is actually feeding a giant spider next to his house rats. Like, just tossing rats into the web, and the little spider is just kind of gobbling them up as he does so.
How big are the rats?
They're rats, so
North side.
the size
So
of your
normal
hand.
size?
you know.
Okay. Okay, hey, we have giant spiders. I don't know if we have giant rats.
Anyways, as you approach, Hagrid it just walks up to you and goes, "Oh, hey! I grabbed onto a web by accident." And not on Hagrid.
Oh,
Oh, hey! The web comes at you!
I was like,
I like
I wasn't
it.
paying attention at first. It was like, oh, you meant the roll 20.
So, Hagrid walks up and goes, "Oh, it's lucky you came here. I was actually hoping someone would show up eventually."
Why is that?
You see,
As I stare at the spider worriedly.
I was going to actually give out a free pet to all of the second years, but as it turns out, I accidentally have one extra. He comes over to the stump that's over here and walks back, and then not that close, and he presents out with in his hand, both hands, a bow truckle.
Oh, what?
What's a bow truckle? Oh, that's cute.
It's a little plant boy.
And he goes, "I was going to give them out to the second years, but since I had one extra, I was going to give it out to someone who showed up. So here, this is now yours."
Mm.
It's not from your flat head.
Every player in this game is now jealous that you went to Hagrid's
Yes,
first
I
before they could.
So eventually, they did reach the end of the campaign, where they found out who the Death Eater was, and they were able to confront the Death Eater.
The room seems to be filled with all sorts of things, junks, and lost items. You can see the cloaked figure stand before something large with a cloak over it.
Mm-hmm.
He reaches out his hand and reveals a giant mirror underneath the cloak.
Oh,
Oh god.
I know what it is.
I think we all know what it is.
I forgot the name of it, but it's that giant mirror that
Mirror of
carries
Eristed.
you. Right.
At last, my search is over. You can tell just from the sound of the voice that this was a man. He starts to walk back with his back facing you, however, getting closer and closer to you.
Wait, getting closer to us, but yet he's facing his back towards us?
He's just like backing up to like observe it, and he's like walking forward again to see it.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys do anything, or are you just gonna let him continue to expect the mirror?
I think I want to inspect it a little closer, but still not be detected.
Try rolling for stealth.
Stealth. Oh boy. One roll at a time.
Yeah, no, I know that.
He asked me, so.
I
Oh,
was
God.
if it was
Well, it's
just
because you're the one that. Oh. As you walk forward, you accidentally kick one of the crates that's in front of you, and you make such a loud noise. The Death Eater swings around. Who's there? Show yourself!
I stay quiet.
He pulls out his wand. Lumos! And lights the room up. And he sees all three of you standing in front of him.
I get my wand out.
Ah. Students, I presume. First years, right?
me.
Stay silent. I stay silent. You guys don't have to stay silent.
He
I
poaches.
think we're screwed.
He poaches up a little closer.
Fia pulls out her wand.
I don't have any spells, so I don't fall out.
What part of this guy?
No, I want answers.
Yeah.
So, normally, when a duel is presumed, you are supposed to introduce yourselves. Here, I'll begin. I am Duncan Clark. What is your names?
By the way, I want to do a history check on Duncan Clark. Is that possible?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It would just be see if you've like recognized his name. You know that Duncan Clark is one of Voldemort's kind of like assassins. He's the one that was usually sent to eliminate strong wizards.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, as he introduced us, I like to do an action. Or is that a bonus action?
To do what?
To cast a spell, not at him, but at the mirror.
Go for it.
Oh, interesting.
You're gonna love this.
Which you? Oh my god, you're not.
Yep. 60
there goes
feet.
that mirror.
You realize you're doing this
For
to a
that.
Death Eater who could literally kill you with one
No,
spell.
you got the mirror.
But I'm not aiming at him, I'm aiming at the window, or the mirror.
Okay.
You're gonna destroy
Go ahead and roll your
D10.
1d10 and hope you get above a 9.
No!
Ah,
As you cast it, it does damage to it, but mostly to its framing.
wow.
The Death Eater looks back and sees the damage that's been caused. He frantically walks up to the mirror, inspecting it to make sure that the mirror integrity is still firm. He then looks at you with fire gleaming into his eyes as he raises his wand at you.
I say, okay.
Run, guys, run! That's our opportunity to run.
Curse you! Hyro's character falls immediately to the ground. He uses a second action towards Xena. Imperial! Xeno's character's wand raises immediately to Dory's character, holding all three of you still where you are.
Wouldn't that be Pacificus Totalis?
Imperio is the one of the unforgivable curses that takes full control over the person.
That's right. Okay, thank you.
So right now you are like a puppet for him to use.
Oh, fantastic.
Not knowing you know no spells.
Oh, okay.
They did not take into consideration that the Death Eater would be stronger than them. Which was fine, because I hid a little surprise in there for them that they were not expecting.
He looks at all of you, and with just this sinister, violent tone, he goes, "You know, 3 is a crowd. Maybe it's time we just level out the field."
Oh no!
He raises his wand.
Uh-huh.
He says,
No!
"Avada!"
No!
But then there's a light.
Yes, I knew
A
it.
bright light from behind him.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
somebody snuck up on him?
Somebody
As the
came
light
out of-
emits, all of you become very disorientated, and you can't really see much anymore.
Is it a patrol?
So we pass out.
You see
No,
a
we're-
figure.
We're disoriented. We're conscious of what's going on, but we're just.
You see a figure. He's walking up. By the order of the Ministry of Magic, I place you under arrest. And who are you supposed to be? The man steps out of the shadows, revealing that he is pointing a black wand at the Death Eater, wearing a dark robe with an aura badge on his lapel. Fixing his round glasses, you see he has a lightning bolt scar across his forehead. My name is Harry Potter.
Uh-oh.
And with that,
What just happened?
a spark emits from his wand, and as it strikes the Dark Wizard hard in the chest, the wizard goes down, stunned.
Oh no! Shoot! No!
And
My
as I
light
say
went out.
this, Hyro's stream drops, and he lost all of that content.
When it was all finished, a lot of them actually were requesting that it extend the storyline even more so that they could keep playing as their characters for more adventures. But I kept reminding them that this was purely just a one-off and that it was only for my birthday. But I guess that means I made something good. It means that it was something that they wanted to keep playing, and when players tell you they want to keep playing something, that means you did a good job. So, hey. Now, of course, there's going to be a chance where I might do even more D&D, start filming more of that, and kind of post it on YouTube. I like being a DM just as much as I do like being a player. I want to give a special thanks to all of my players that joined me on my birthday to play this and to live stream it. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you liked it, please leave a like down below to let me know. And if you want to help support this channel, subscribe and hit the bell for more notifications when I make newer videos. I'll see all of you next time.